Eagles. Eagles.
Welcome into the JAKIB Sports Halftime Show, where the Eagles lead the Arizona Cardinals 21-6. The score's a blowout. The game hasn't been, but that's fine as of right now when you're winning 21-6. Time of possession is absolutely bonkers right now, and yes, I understand that most times it matters. Today's an example where maybe it just doesn't matter. As of right now, it's 21-8 in terms of time of possession. Not that far off from the score itself. 21 minutes, 48 seconds for the Arizona Cardinals, 8 minutes, 12 seconds for the Philadelphia Eagles. Absolutely bonkers, but how about it? Welcome in Kayla, Santiago, Bill Colarulo. My name's Marc Farzetta. Bill, you heard me say it in the pregame show. I wanted to see something different, and I saw some things very different and a little bit different in that first half. First and foremost, we saw that, I believe it was a pre-snap motion from Dallas Goedert, where they ran the RPO with DeAndre Swift in the backfield. They ended up dumping it off to Dallas Goedert, who got 23 yards on the reception. We haven't seen them get the ball to a tight end that way so far this year, and they were able to do it right there. And then the most glaring, obvious thing that we have not seen, Kenny Gainwell throwing a pass out of the tush push, nonetheless, on a 3rd and 1, where he was able to hit Devontae Smith for an 18-yard reception. But the biggest play of that first half, Sidney Brown, 99-yard interception return for the touchdown. For a team that really didn't have the ball much in that first half, Bill, they certainly made some noise when they did have it.
The offense looks absolutely tremendous today. They just haven't been on the field that much. But if you look at what they're doing, outside of going 3 and out to open up the game, they've been unstoppable. They went back-to-back drives, 9 plays, 75 yards. Jalen Hurts is 11 of 13 for 114 yards, 2 touchdowns, a quarterback rating of 142.8. It doesn't look like this offense can get stopped. They just haven't been on the field that often. And given a lot of positives to the offense, the one negative on the defensive side of the ball, again, is they haven't been able to get off the field on 3rd down. That's why you're seeing such long drives by the Arizona Cardinals. But to keep it positive, they shut them down in the red zone. And this Cardinals team, as bad as they have been on offense this season, were a top 5 red zone offense. So to hold them 0 for 2 in the red zone, that's a good job by our defense.
And Kayla, a couple of big plays there. Obviously, the 99-yard interception return for the touchdown, the biggest. But also before that, Milton Williams able to come up on a big stop in a 1st-and-goal situation. Got into the backfield there on Kyler Murray. What are you liking so far from this Eagles defense in that first half?
I mean, where has this team been all year long? And yes, I know it's against the Cardinals, but good teams are able to dominate bad teams. And that's what we need to see also going into the second half. Listen, I get it. I don't love how they're playing on 3rd down either. They're able to convert on the Cardinals side. But in the red zone, the Eagles are able to put up and shut down the Cardinals. And that's exactly what you want. It's always been the other side for the Eagles, I feel like, in the last few games where they have a fantastic drive and they come up with a field goal, and that ends up hurting them at the end of the game. Now the defense is putting up. I love the Williams play. And we talked about Sidney Brown. Listen, he's young, he's a rookie, but he's a guy that really puts all the effort out there, goes down and gets the tackles in, and is not afraid to be physical. When I saw that, yeah, maybe it was thrown right to him, but the moves that he was able to make to take it all the way back to the end zone, I was super excited for Sidney Brown. I think that was definitely an exciting push for the Philadelphia Eagles. And how about Julio Jones? I mean, right now, the first half, it looks like a whole lot of fun, but they need to dominate the second half as well, because then maybe I feel a little bit more confidence in this team going into the postseason.
I'm 100% with you there. Let's go back to Lincoln Financial Field now. Catch up with our friend John McMullen, Birds 365, NFL Insider for JAKIB Sports. John, you and I used the same phrase last week when the Eagles were taking on the Giants. You have get-right games in front of you. Last week against the Giants, not so much a get-right game, but as of right now against the Arizona Cardinals, it looks like the Eagles are having that get-right game. What are your takeaways from the first half?
Well, offensively, I think they're moving the football. Obviously, they didn't have it a lot because John Connor is kind of controlling the clock with his running ability. And Matt Patricia was worried about him during the week. He's been very good for Arizona. Really, the difference of the game is being able to take advantage of your opportunities. The Eagles have cashed in. Julio Jones, a couple touchdowns. Maybe we can forever dub this the Julio Jones game, whereas the Cardinals have settled for 2 field goals. And then you had the pick 6 where Kyler Murray was trying to alert a rookie receiver, Elijah Higgins, wanted an adjustment on the route, completely missed it, and all of a sudden Kyler's throwing it to the corner of the end zone. Higgins is running an in-breaking route, and you have Sidney Brown taking off. Phenomenal play. People got to see the athleticism of Sidney Brown. He got to 21.5 miles per hour, according to Next Gen Stats. So you kind of saw just how fast and athletic Sidney Brown is. Not impressed with the defense, guys. I think the offense, the passing game, the running game hasn't gotten going as well. But defensively, the Eagles have been giving up a lot of yards, a lot of first downs. Arizona 13 first downs. At one point before that last drive, they were up, I think, 177 to 77 in total yardage. So a lot of moving parts. I'm a little surprised that with Avonte Maddox back, you still saw all the funky personnel groupings. You saw the dime with Nolan Smith and Mike linebacker still. You saw Sidney Brown in the slot at times. You saw that sort of small dime package with James Bradbury inside with Avonte Maddox, Eli Ricks, Kayla Ringo outside. I think there's too many moving parts on defense, and I think they got to settle things down as they get toward the postseason. Offensively, the passing game was phenomenal. They can do anything they want at will against this team. A.J. Brown's always open. Mentioned Julio, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith as well. So some good, but there's some bad as well against, let's be honest, a bad opponent.
Yeah, John, absolutely. Jalen Hurts looks great. The offense looks great. We're up big in this game. You're up 21-6, so probably the Cardinals aren't going to be able to just run the ball as much as they wanted to in this second half. But sticking with the defense and all the moving parts, one of the things that I saw that has me scratching my head was it looked like they kept dropping Hassan Reddick into coverage. That happened a couple of times in that first half. Is that part of the game plan to have him in coverage, or it was just they came out in a five-man front and the formation that the Cardinals came out forced Reddick to be in coverage? Because he's obviously your best pass rusher. You don't want him dropping into coverage.
Yeah, I got a lot of this last year as well. Anytime Reddick drops in coverage, Eagles fans tend to get upset by it. You got to throw a curveball every once in a while. You know, when Dom Capers really unveiled that on the NFL, the zone blitz, the whole sort of point to that defense, that curveball is to fool the quarterback. It's not like you want Hassan Reddick covering guys in space. They're just trying to make things difficult, muddy for Kyler Murray. Occasionally, they don't drop him a lot, but yeah, they're going to throw that curveball occasionally, and you're going to see that player, might even be Josh Sweat at times, dropping as well. And they've been doing that really for the past 2 years. They don't do it often, but you have to do it. It's like I always compare it to a baseball pitcher. And, you know, Nolan Ryan may be the best fastball pitcher of all time. He didn't throw just fastballs. You got to throw a curveball. And that's what it is with Hassan Reddick. You're not going to see him drop it into coverage a lot, but occasionally they're going to try to throw that curveball to muddy the looks for the quarterback.
And Julio Jones, I don't think anybody could have thought on their 2023 bingo card that he would have 2 touchdowns in this game against the Arizona Cardinals. Nevertheless, it is really exciting to see. John, going forward, if Jones can be more of an integral part in this game, do you want to see more from him than maybe a Quez Watkins or Olamide Zaccheaus? Do you think that he can kind of solidify that spot as they're still trying to figure it out? But I feel like this offense, we've been waiting to see something happen, and today so far it's been able to.
Yeah, and, you know, Quez is kind of benched at this point. I don't know if he even played. I didn't notice him out there. Olamide hasn't played a lot as well. So they've been looking for this sort of little bump from a third receiver. And if Julio Jones can give them this and 2 touchdowns, obviously on 2 receptions, I mean, that's pretty effective. I think he's obviously their best option for the wide receiver 3 right now. So I think he's kind of locked down that job heading into the postseason, and deservedly so if he's got anything left in the tank. I mean, this is this guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. So he's a lot more accomplished, and he's starting to prove that maybe he's got some gas left in the tank. But yeah, that would be a big boost for this offense. Could be Grant Calcaterra at tight end. They need that other sort of we're talking about 3-4 targets a game. And when you can get 2 touchdowns and 2 targets, I wouldn't expect that week in and week out. But anytime you can get some production while AJ's doing what he's doing, Devontae's getting open, Dallas Goedert's getting open, that's why the passing game's been so effective.
You're muted.
Fun. I keep on trying to eliminate my own background noise. John, appreciate you joining us, my friend. We'll check back with you at halftime.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. John McMullen joining us from Lincoln Financial Field. Appreciate that, Bill and Kayla. All right, coming out of the second half here, what's one thing you need to say? Kayla, I'll start with you. What do you need to see from the Eagles here in the second half?
I need to see them dominate offensively like they did in the first half. I said this last week as well. They looked really good in the first half, but good teams beat bad teams and they dominate bad teams. If the Eagles want to give us any confidence going into the postseason, I get it. It's the Cardinals, but they need to dominate. They cannot allow the Cardinals to come back into this game like they did a week ago. The defense is young. I need to see the offense dominate in the second half, keep on scoring, don't stop at the red zone, get into the end zone, and make sure that this is a comfortable lead and they're able to win by at least 2 scores.
Bill, what do you need to see?
Always 3 big keys to every game: third down, red zone, turnovers. Philadelphia Eagles won on third down. When you look at the percentage compared to what the Cardinals did, they converted in the red zone. Cardinals didn't. Eagles had 0 turnovers. Cardinals had 1. You keep winning those 3 areas, you're going to dominate the second half. Let's get this game over with. I'd like to see Marcus Mariota get in the fourth quarter so we could have all 3 Heisman Trophy winners who are in this game play. You got Devontae Smith, you got Kyler Murray. Let's get Mariota getting the knee in the fourth quarter.
I'm with you right there. I didn't see him just simply close it out. Just do exactly what you're supposed to do in this second half. The old step on their throat adage, let's see that here in the second half. Let's make it comfortable, and certainly Marcus Mariota being in there in the fourth quarter would certainly mean a comfortable win. Cardinals are going to get the ball coming out of halftime. As of right now, the San Francisco 49ers only up by 3 early in the third quarter on the Washington Commanders. It's 13-10, so that one's a bit of a tight one. So just like last night, you kind of want the Cowboys to win that game. You want the Commanders to win this one over the San Francisco 49ers. In the second half, what I need to see, yes, them close it out. Let me see a home run play here offensively where it won't be a game after it. Let's get a double-digit win for the first time since Miami in Week 7. We'll be back with you guys for the Pond Hockey post-game show after hopefully what will be a nice, comfortable closeout win here for the Philadelphia Eagles. See you post-game.
Go to get your game on. Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the stakes and the stakes. Go to get your parlay on. Go to get your party on. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean. Visit theoceanac.com to plan your visit.
Eat chicken wings, buy Hooters things. Christmas is near, shop, have a beer. Christmas shopping shouldn't be hard. Give your friends a Hooters gift card.
This year, stuff their stockings and yours too with a one-size-fits-all gift card. Buy a $25 Hooters gift card and receive a $5 Santa's bonus card. Make it Hooters for the holidays.
Eat chicken wings, buy Hooters things. Christmas is near, gift cards are here. Good at Hooters everywhere now. Hooters gifts are always favored.
Staffing is not easy, but that's what we do every day, all day. The key to our success is storytelling, asking the right questions, and finding the right people. I'm Gary Kane, president of Kane Partners. We want to be your staffing partner.
Some say courage is something you're born with. Others say courage is something you find. In every generation throughout history, courage has been celebrated, sought after, needed. It holds the potential for a life of impact. But what if courage isn't just something you hope for or stumble upon? What if courage is something that can be shaped? At a place that inspires you, where leaders invest in you, your community believes in you, and your life becomes something bigger than it could ever be alone.
EAGLES, Eagles.